Live from the Hello It's Me studios of Arizona. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. Dana White talking about Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou. Let's get to it tonight with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful.
Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, Mystic Moss, King of the Dragons. I'm here. I'm your host of the evening, and we have a delightful show planned for you tonight as we talk about the latest stories in the MMA world, the UFC, all that fun stuff. So if you can do yourself a favor and hit the like button, we got a fantastic show planned for you tonight. Tonight, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors before we get into a very special part of our show, CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-Holes for 20% off the finest of THC products. MyBookie.ag is where we place our bets. Promo code MMA-Holes for 100% matching your first deposit. Head Rush is what we like to walk around in. Check out the link in the description. Use promo code MMA-Holes for 20% off. And underneath your Head Rush, Sheath Underwear, 20% off code MMA-Holes. If you're going to watch the fights this weekend, ESPN Plus. That's right, ESPN Plus for the UFC fights. Click the link in the description and you help out the show. Thank you guys for stopping by. We have a great guest on the show tonight. This is not his first appearance. In fact, I think this is his third appearance on the show. So he's an MMA Hole veteran. This man is a flyweight. He is on fire. And we get a chance to talk to a man who has been very interesting on social media, always interesting on the mic, and a friend of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for Cody Durden. Let's go, Chips!
What's up?
Cody, how's it going, bud?
Man, living life. Yeah, you say I'm pretty interesting on Twitter, huh?
Dude, I love looking at your Twitter account. I love listening to you in your post-fight interviews. Dude, you have a lot to say, and I like it.
Man, it's all fun, you know? It's all fun. Don't take it personally, you know? I'm a humorous guy.
That's what it's about, right? Punching people in the face and having a good time at the same time, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can't take life too serious, you know? You got to enjoy it.
And I noticed right before we went live, I did notice that this was actually 6 hours ago. Go follow Cody Durden's at Cody_Durden on Twitter and at Cody Durden on Instagram. Go give him a follow over there. I noticed you said something about Tim Elliott and then Jeff Molina. Could give a little, what's going on with this tweet?
Oh, I just said, you know, hey, you need somebody to lean on, you know, Jeffrey Molina. They trained at the same fight camp, and you know, he'd be a great guy for you to lean on, and I wish him nothing but success in his next Jerry Springer episode, you know, because that's what it's been, you know, that whole gory MMA, Kansas City, Missouri. Man, it's been a damn mess over there, huh?
yeah, we actually did a show on that, and yeah, Tim Elliott. So, all right, so what's your are you friendly with Tim? Like, what's your have any connection to the guy?
No, one connection. You know, I went to the fights, Dustin Poirier versus McGregor, and we were front row, cage side somewhere, and my wife met his wife, and they were hanging out all night, and I just said, what's up? You know what I mean? Just cool, calm, collective. And that was it. You know, that's the only connection I have with Tim Elliott. But, you know, I've watched him his whole career, and he's been a great competitor, and he's gave it a hell of a run. And, you know, the new era is coming in. So
there you go. And so Gina Mazzani, I didn't even know they were married. I found this out afterwards. And I guess she didn't know they were married either. I guess since she's running around on her wedding night. I mean, the accusations are pretty severe. Do you believe Tim's side of the story?
What did you say? You didn't know that she didn't know she was married either?
Apparently not. No, apparently not.
Oh, man. Dude, that is crazy, you know? But it's life, man. I wish Tim nothing but the best in the future, in his future relationships. But one day, you know, I hope to get matched up with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that would be a good scrap. So what would you do if you were in his position, God forbid, I mean, you have a beautiful wife. It seems like everything's going great at home. But what would you do if you found out information like that? Would you go straight up O.J. Simpson or what?
Oh, man. I mean, he's had a lot of shit on his chest, you know. One of his best friends fucking his wife, and that's bad, you know what I mean? That's horrible, you know. So he had to get that off his chest, and I felt like you know, it was on his mind for a long time, and you know, he did what he felt like he needed to do, and I don't blame him. You know, I maybe I would have done that too, maybe not. You just never know until you're in that situation. You know what I mean? But
go ahead.
All jokes aside, you know, it's some bullshit. You know, if that really happened, you know, your best friend's a fucking scumbag, and then your wife has no morals. You know, why not get a divorce and then do your own thing, you know? But whatever.
Crazy, man. They say it's on the wedding night. For those of you who don't know the story, apparently Tim Elliott got married, and then the same night she ran around and did some crazy shit with his best friend. And it's a wild story coming from Tim Elliott. I do believe Tim, and I haven't heard a thing from her side. Have you heard anything from Gina Mazzani's side?
I haven't, and I heard the reason why, you know, that happened the way it happened is because Tim said, you know, he wasn't drinking, and he took his daughter back to the house, you know, and spent the rest of his night, I guess, fucking with his son. But you know, his wife should have came with him. You know what I mean? You're coming with me. What you talking about? You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And I heard that Mazzani is still with him. Like, she's still with this guy now. I guess they have a whole relationship and everything like that.
Fucking crazy. Now we need to see Kevin versus Tim Elliott.
Yeah.
Knuckle.
Right? I'm down for that. And you know, it's funny, like, I just saw that Cheyenne Vlismus just got announced that she was pregnant. And there were rumors that might be Roman Deleeds' kid. Like,
oh.
What's going on?
God, man, fucking nuts, right? Golly, like, dude, and that's wild, you know, because I had to fight JP, and I actually fractured his orbital and broke his nose when I punched him with the right hand, and I didn't know I did that until I was at the UFC PI. And I was sitting next to him. We were both getting treated on. And he looked over at me. He was like, "Hey, Cody, you know you broke my orbital and my nose with that punch." And I was like, "Dude, I didn't know that. My bad. Sorry."
Yeah, what do you how you supposed to respond?
Yeah. I mean, I want to win, but I don't want to fucking, like, hurt somebody like that. You know what I mean? It's just competition. I like to win, you know. Competitors, they like to win. But, damn. Dude, that's bad, you know?
Yeah, that is bad. Well, on a bright side, I did that post that you did put up 4 hours ago. Pretty cool, man. I saw it on Facebook. I've been listening to them laugh my whole career, hear about them talk about me behind my back. He's too small. He can't work a full-time job and make a fight world, and he won't make it past the UFC contract, first UFC contract, blah, blah, blah. And now look at you, right? 15-4-1. 4-0 in boxing, 1-0 kickboxing, 11 finishes. How does it feel at this stage of the game?
Man, it feels good, you know, but I feel like I have a lot more to accomplish, you know. The fight I had 3-4 weeks ago, you know, I'm already past that. You know, I trained twice today, and, you know, I'll leave for Coconut Creek Sunday. I'm going down there for 3 weeks and just, you know, fully submerging myself back into fighting. And when these flyweights pull out, you already know I'm stepping in. So that's my goal. And, you know, I've said it before, I want to have a number by my name by the end of the year. And I truly believe it can happen, you know?
I mean, what a run you're on. And that last fight, there was so much smack spoken back and forth between you and Charles Johnson, and you go in there and dominate. You look good on the feet too as well. You know, now, are you guys buddies now? Are you guys cool after that scrap?
I wouldn't say we're buddies, but definitely got his respect. and that's all I was after. You know, he trashed my fighting skills, said I had no stand up, said my grappling was shit, and man, I think he won 8 seconds of the whole fight when he caught me in that reverse triangle, and I think that was it. You know, other than that, I dominated on the feet, I dominated on the ground, and the only thing else I can do is get the finish, which he's never been finished in his whole career. And I know why, man. He's tough, and he's got great submission defense, and he's long and strong, you know. But I had an answer for everything.
Yeah, that's what stuck out the most, the stand-up. I mean, did you want to test yourself on the feet with Johnson when you were out there? Was that, or was the game plan to just grapple and see where it goes?
Listen, I have a stand-up game. You know what I mean? I'm 4-0 in boxing, 1-0 in kickboxing. And if you can stop my wrestling, if you can stop my jiu-jitsu, and you want to stand, like, no problem. You know, I'm comfortable on my feet. But, I mean, I'm a problem. You know, my dad always told me I need to be something when I grew up, and I told him, hey, I'm a problem. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, I'm excited for the future. You know what I mean? I know how I stand with the best guys in the world. I train with them every day. At American Top Team, and you know, the future is up to me. And by the way, if you're just jumping in, we're with Cody Durden right now, UFC flyweight, 3-fight win streak. You are cutting a little in and out with your video. Your audio is fine, but for some reason, like you just freeze on us, and I don't want you to, you know, be stuck in a weird face or anything like that. So is there like right now it's frozen? Is there a way we can get closer to the router, or is this the closest? Yeah, the router's right behind me, so
okay.
I don't understand what it is then.
All right. Well, we can still hear you, and you come in.
That's what happens when you live in the country, bro.
What internet provider do you have?
I think it's Xfinity.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It could be Comcast. Hell, I don't know. I just make the money, and my wife pays the bills.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Wow. So you have a wife that handles the bills, and at the same time looks like this. I'm going to put a picture up of your beautiful wife over here. Wow, Cody. Jeez, you hit the lottery, huh?
God, how the fuck do I do it? God, my.
You got to pinch yourself every day?
Sometimes. but then I just look in the mirror and shit. I'm pretty handsome.
I tell you, but you know what? She's got to be on her game, because here you are, a hot UFC star over here as well, you know? She's got to be on the A game.
She ain't got nothing to worry about.
No. Okay, good. I'm glad. I don't want to hear any Mazzani and, Tim Elliott stories going on here with you.
Oh, hell no. You know, my name ain't Sugar Sean O'Malley.
All right, Sugar Sean O'Malley. What do you think? All right, actually, let me talk about this. Did you see McGregor Forever? Did you watch that?
I'm still working on it, but I got to the fourth episode when he broke his leg.
Okay. And
is it 5 or 4?
It's 4 episodes.
Yeah. So I completed it, yeah.
Do you think, as I watched this thing, and I was kind of let down, like I liked it in the beginning, and I feel like they dodged too many of the good stuff. You know, him jumping in the cage and attacking Mark Goddard, you know, maybe the punching the old man in the bar and all this other crazy stuff that he did. They didn't address any of that. Like, did you feel like that was a misfire?
I mean, that's television. That's media for you. So I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? So
true.
I thought it was great. You know, it showed motivation. It showed how he got there. It showed that with all fighters, you know, we go through so much that behind the scenes people don't see. You know what I mean? The injuries and the adversity you have to overcome to get in the cage. And normal people, they don't see that shit. You know what I mean? This last fight camp was pretty much the only fight camp I've had where I had no injuries going in. You know, I fought Jimmy Flick with a torn ACL, a broke toe, and I had conjunctivitis in my eye, and I still showed up and fought. You know, and I was beating his ass before he caught me in that flying triangle. You know, he's the only LFA champion. I fought 3 LFA champions in the UFC, and the worst one beat me.
Wow. I mean, yeah, there's not many blemishes on there. And are those like fights you would like to get back when you look at that, or you're past that?
No, man, I'm so past that guy, Jimmy Flake. I mean, dude, you saw what Charles did to him in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll fuck him up if we fight again, but I'm not even worried about it. Some things in life you just got to put behind you. And took me a while, but I put it behind me, you know?
There you go. And I know we got off track because I want to get back on you for a second here, but you brought up Sean O'Malley and with McGregor, and the reason why I brought up the two is I wonder, like, we know of Sean O'Malley's arrangement with his wife. It seems like they like to go out and play games and, you know, bring other people in. I heard that he likes to, like, I don't know, he likes to be with other women, but she's not quite allowed. Like, she is, but she isn't allowed to get other dick. It's a weird arrangement. Seems like it works great for Sean, but I was wondering, watching McGregor forever, do you think Conor has the same relationship with his fiance, Dee? I mean, I feel like he does run around and do his thing, or he just cheats on her, or what's going on with that guy?
I mean, I really don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know, but I don't think she would allow it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that if Sugar Sean needed me as a training partner for Aljamain Sterling, man, our styles are very similar. You know what I mean? The back control, the back take, the takedowns. I think I'd be a good sparring partner, training partner for him to prepare for Aljo. You know, so that'd be cool if that came to fruition. You know, but we'll see.
That is actually a great idea. Like, because I honestly, like, I like Sean. I do. He lives in Arizona over here. I'm kind of rooting for him. And I like Aljo, too, because we were from New York, and we've dealt with a lot of guys from Law. Aljo's been on the show a couple of times. But I do, like, when I look at that matchup, it seems terrible for Sean. And a guy like you coming into the camp makes all the sense in the world. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm imagining he's practicing and getting ready to try for him to be ragdolled by Aljo. You going in there, what would be your advice to Sean? Like, just verbally, what would you say to him?
Man, I would lower my center of gravity a little bit, put more weight on my front leg, and work that jab, and just stop the takedowns. You know they're coming, and keep your left hand high, because Aljo likes to throw a lot of hooks in there, but at all costs, don't give him your back. You know, you give him your back, he throws the body triangle in, and it's going to be a long night for him if he does.
Yeah. It seems like a rough matchup. What do you think about the way the UFC is treating the bantamweight champion as he defends his belt, and then they drag Sean in there and say, hey, you got to fight in a couple of months again? And it seems like, you know, Aljo's a little banged up and this and that. I feel, as a fan just consuming this, I feel like the UFC is just saying they want Aljo out. I think they'd rather have a guy like Sugar Sean there than Aljamain Sterling. It seems like they're just trying to get him out.
Man, I feel, dude, you're not getting Aljo out of there. You know, he's solid. He is a winner, and he's going to win, you know. But it's not my place to say, you know, the business side of it. That's on Mick, Sean Shelby, Dana White. Maybe some things were said behind the scenes, you know. Maybe they talked that night. I don't know. But sometimes I feel like Aljo, you know, says some crazy ass shit, you know, and just off the wall ass shit. He talks to people, everyone, about anything, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's a business, and it's up to them. You know what I mean? It's not up to me to say, you know, what they should do. I don't have a $1 billion business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's on them.
There you go. You know, I like having you on because you say you have the hot takes, but you know when to pull back at the same time, right? I mean, who are you to answer that question, right? That's what the big bosses and all them talk about, right?
Yeah, I'm just a small fish in a big pond. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
That's all I am. I'm just a number on the roster. You know, until I can start generating, growing my social media, generating fucking revenue outside of fighting, and growing my platform, then, you know, you got to know when to shut the fuck up and when to really talk.
I feel before we went live, I was thinking about it. I feel you're a very marketable guy because you can say the controversial things, but you also know when to pull back. And you know how to call out certain fighters to get you in positions. And then when you hit the mic, you always hit a home run. You're always fun to, like, I want to hear your post-fight interview. And it seems like you're natural. Like, it's not, like, forced, you know?
Yeah, you just want me to say send them back to China, don't you?
I would love that.
You know, hey, that was not pre-planned. That was just spur of the moment. Like, I didn't mean anything by it, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And people blew it. I mean, the motherfucker's from China, you know what I mean? Like, he lives in China. If he lived in fucking Georgia, and I said he lived in Georgia and he was born in the US, and I said fucking send him back to China, then, like, yo, you're a fucking piece of shit. But dude, he lived in China. I was just fucking sending him back to China.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Like, yeah, I mean, I just feel I feel it's kind of it got blown way out of proportion. You know what I mean? I have friends of all ethnicities. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take it as racist at all. I thought it was hilarious, to be honest. I mean, you look at a guy like Sean Strickland out there. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, he'll say whatever the hell's on his mind. He's a little too crazy, right, with his stuff, but he still gets away with it. So, I mean, I guess you being you, that's it, man. You were just saying send him back to his home.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Strickland doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about him. Mm-hmm. He says what he wants to say, and he does what he wants to do, but at the same time, man, you gotta, like, I've met this guy many a times. You know, he stayed at the same hotel with me when he went to Coconut Creek, Florida. I've seen him talked to him at the PI and hung out with him for like 3 hours. Like, the dude, I mean, you just get what you see. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's nothing behind the scenes, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's refreshing. I said before on a stream, I'd rather surround myself with people that are brutally honest than people that are talking shit behind your back and just showing you this fake side. You know, like a guy like Sean is a guy you want to be around.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you get what you see with me. You know what I mean? When I close this fucking computer and I'm offline, you know, you know you fucking got the real Cody Durden. You know what I mean? Like, I am what you see. You know what I mean?
And I appreciate that. Let's get back to something that you said on Twitter over here, and I like this call out. Hey, Manel Cape, you still need an opponent July 8th. Since big-headed Figgy ain't showing up, I'm down like the economy. Would love the opportunity. Keep me in mind. What about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll show up. I got a teammate fighting on the card, Trayshawn Gore, and man, I started training with Trayshawn in 2014 when he moved from South Carolina and was living in his car. You know what I mean? And we both made it to the UFC, and he's fighting on that card. And man, that's a great card. I would love the opportunity. I would love the exposure. I would love the competition. Like, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like, I get in there and lose, so what? You know, I get in there and win. Now we're in the money. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's the risk I'm willing to take. Manel Cape's a great opponent. You know, former Risen champion. He's 3-2 in the UFC, but he's fought the top of the division because he came in making great money. And yeah, I truly feel like I can hang with anyone.
Yeah, Manel Cape's not a guy that people want to say, hey, I want to fight that guy. He's very scary. He hits hard.
Man, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. Look who I fought.
That's right.
You know, Chris Gutierrez, Makayev. You know what I mean? I don't care. Let's fight. If we're going to fight, let's do it.
You know, it's funny. You hear a lot of people say, you know, oh, this fighter's scared to fight that fighter. I don't think, as people in the UFC level, I can't see anyone on the roster that's legitimately scared of fighting another human being. I mean, you guys get in your underpants, you're fighting in a cage against the best of the best, right? I mean, is there anyone you're scared of?
Scared of? Yeah, there's one guy I am scared of.
Okay.
I'll say that. And he don't fight for the UFC. His name's Kyoji Horiguchi. and he is the fastest motherfucker I've ever trained with, ever sparred. And I was thinking to myself, man, I don't see a route to victory with this guy because of his speed is unmatched, you know? Even though he lost in Bellator, he got knocked out by Sergio Pettis after he was dominating. I have so much respect for this guy. You know, he's taught me so much. But, man, nobody understands the speed that he possesses until you're in the cage with him. I mean, you blink the wrong way and you're out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but, yeah, that'd be one guy that I'd be like, all right, I'm kind of scared to fight this guy. You know what I mean? And that's being honest.
Yeah, I appreciate the honesty. Are there guys, I mean, you hear it all the time, there are guys at the gym that are just unstoppable, unbeatable, and then all of a sudden you put them under the big lights and they're not the same fighter, or vice versa. People getting whooped in the gym and then perform in the octagon like unbeatable fighters. Do you see that a lot?
Not at my level, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not anyone I can think of off the top of my head, really. But a lot of people say that's me, you know what I mean? A lot of people have told me that when the lights come on, I shine the brightest. And but as far as anyone I can think of, I can't think of anyone really.
And go back to Tresean Gore. We've had him on the show. You spoke about him before. Such a nice guy. And they're throwing him against Bo Nickel on the main card. And, I mean, wow. I am praying to the MMA gods that Tresean just knocks out Bo Nickel. That would be amazing. But what do you think about that matchup?
Bo Nickel's a tough matchup for anyone. But Tresean's very, very talented. He's young in his career. And he's at Fortis MMA working very hard day in and day out away from his family. And I don't think he's taking it lightly. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. And Tresean's got bombs in his hands. So if he can get in there and land one of those right hands or left hooks, it's going to be a short night.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about fighting, man. We just don't know. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We just don't know what's going to happen.
And Bo's at a top team with you guys over there?
Yeah, he's Coconut Creek, Florida, and he's out of I think he opened his own gym and around Penn State, I believe it is.
Okay. So have you bumped into him over there at the gym?
Over the years I have, yeah. But not here recently. Like, he wasn't down there when I was training or anything like that.
I saw you hanging out with Kayla Harrison. How's she doing? I noticed, this has been a little rough for her, but she seems like she's taking her time getting back out there. What's going on with Kayla Harrison?
I don't really know. I just know that, she's at the gym training every day, and she's eager to get back in the cage. She loves competition. She loves fighting. And hopefully we get some fight news from her in the next month or two. Yeah,
it's crazy, right? I mean,
Cyborg, dude, I know this firsthand. Cyborg does not want the fight.
Really? Why you say that?
I just know. I just know, like Kayla's on Twitter talking about Cyborg, and Kayla she's told me before, like, yo, I want to fight her. I would love that fight. Great competition. She's a big name. I mean, or whatnot, but it just hasn't came into fruition. And I can tell you it's not from Kayla's side,
And all right, so let's talk about some more top team stuff. Okay, let's talk about the Dustin Poirier. Is he over there top team still?
Yeah, he's in and out.
Okay. And he's fighting for the BMF belt against Justin Gaethje. What do you think about that?
Great fight. I have history with Justin Gaethje. I went to 2019. I fought 3 times in one night in Denver, Colorado. The first fight was boxing, the second fight was kickboxing, and the third fight was MMA. Wow. And I had to fight 3 times in one night, and the winner got $10,000 and the championship belt. And you already know your boy came home with it all. And Justin Gaethje saw me in the corner after the first fight. He was like, holy shit, man, you can box. I said, yeah, man, but I came up here with my mom, my dad, and my granddad. I don't even have a corner man. And he said, well, shit, you want me to be your corner man? I was like, hell yeah, it'd be an honor. So he cornered me my kickboxing fight, the second fight. And then we went out there and knocked the guy out in 30 seconds in the finals.
Wow. So wait, how long ago is this?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Damn, not that long ago. That's crazy, man. 4 years.
Yeah. When I tell you that I knocked him out, he went decerebrate. Decerebrate means your spinal cord cuts off from your body, and your body goes stiff. So I literally thought that I killed him, and I was like actually worried about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was stuck with his arms out and his legs out, and they were just stiff. You know what I mean?
Wow. Is that what happened? Oh my God, dude, that's crazy, man. And how long was he out?
Like 2 minutes. I was doing my post-fight interview, and he was still out. He was still stiff, and then he started to wake up, and I couldn't even do my post-fight interview because I thought I had killed him.
Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. Like, how do you? Oh my God! And that was the final. No, that was in the final fight, though, right? You said that was the kickboxing.
So you can watch it on YouTube. It's called the King of Sparta Championship.
Oh, I gotta. All right, when I get this
Cody
link,
Durden.
I'm gonna put it on our community section when the stream is over. I'm gonna check it out, dude. That's wild. Yeah. So, all right, so back up now. So you get offered to do this. So what happens? They.
So I was literally, bro. I was in a bucket truck, fucking 30 feet high, changing light bulbs for my construction company. I get a call on Wednesday. Hey, Cody, we heard you wanted to get in the tournament. We had a guy fall out. He didn't do his blood work. Do you have your blood work? I was like, fuck yeah, I got my blood work. And they were like, okay, well, can you fly out tomorrow and then we weigh in Thursday? I was like, fuck, why not? You know what I mean? So I called my boss at work in the bucket with a hard hat on, changing light bulbs on the street in the middle of the highway. I was like, yo, I'm fucking going, I can't come to work tomorrow. I'm going to Colorado to fight. And then I said, can you find somebody to replace me tomorrow? He was like, yeah, I'll make it happen. So I didn't come to work Thursday. I flew to Colorado with my mom, my dad, and my granddad. I was like, y'all want to go? And my dad was like, fuck yeah, don't be a pussy. We're going. I was like, fuck, all right. 8-man tournament, 3 fights in one night. Let's go. So we flew there Thursday. I made weight Friday by myself, no corner man. Had to cut weight by myself at this YMCA. Sat in the sauna, sat in the jacuzzi. It was horrible. I don't recommend it. You know what I mean? I had to push myself with nobody. And then I weighed in by myself. After weigh-ins, I went out to eat with my parents and my granddad. And then we fought Saturday night at the Budweiser Center in Denver, Colorado. It was huge, man. There was a shitload of fans. And I won the whole tournament.
Wow, dude, that shit sounds like a movie. Why? What the hell's going on? That should be a Netflix film right there. I mean, and that's...
Yeah, so my coach, Diego Lima, he was fighting. He knocked out, I forget, he hit him with a left hook. He knocked him out, clean out. But he was fighting in the UFC that night, so he couldn't come. And it was so short notice that nobody could come. So fucking went solo dolo, baby.
Wow, dude. So so you win that tournament, you almost kill a guy. You get the 10 grand. What did you wind up spending that on?
Just getting ahead, man. You know what I mean? Spending just, I'm not a big spender like that. I don't buy flashy shit. I don't fucking spend stupid money on stupid shit. You know what I mean? I try to pay shit off and create passive incomes and just save, Fighting don't last forever.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you got the call for the UFC, was this part of the package? Like you were fighting in NFC, you did Valor, you all over the place over here. Did they say, hey man, you want to give this guy a shot? I mean, was that part of the story? Because it seems like an amazing thing to add to your resume.
Yeah, so then I fought Dre Miley. He was 6-2, and it was a good fight, but he need me in the first round. He need me in the face illegally, and gave me this nice scar that goes across my eyebrow right here. You can't really see it probably, but then all my coaches and shit were like, just stay down. We're gonna win the belt. and I popped up. I said, fuck that, we're getting it back. You know what I mean? Motherfucker illegally kneed me while I was down on all fours.
Oh, wow.
And split me open. I had 7 stitches across my eye. I was bleeding everywhere. And then I ended up knocking him out in the 2nd round. And then after that, I fought this guy, John Sweeney. I think he's like 11-3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
He talks so much shit. The biggest shit talker I've ever met in my life.
We've had him on the show. I know exactly. He trains with Wonder Boy, right?
Yeah. Biggest shit talker I've ever seen in my life. And man, he talks so much shit. We went to the radio station before in North Carolina. He talked a bunch of shit. And he messaged me a bunch of fucking bullshit. He would Instagram me a bunch of bullshit. And I fucking made him my bitch in a minute and 10 seconds.
Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, he's a beast, and you just took him out in the 1st round. I'm looking at your resume here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights in a row. You were just finishing people. 4 first-round finishes, the 1 second-round finish, and John Sweeney was the fight right before the UFC.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, but when I went to the UFC, I used to fight at 135. I was working in construction, eating cheeseburgers for lunch and fucking everything on the go, you know what I mean? And so I decided to transition to I had the short notice fight, 6-day notice. So look at that fight, July 18th, okay?
Okay.
And then look at my debut in the UFC.
Yeah, I'm pulling up here on Tapology. Here, check it out, guys. So, you got the Gutierrez fight right here. Yeah, so
but look at the dates.
Dude, that's crazy. 7/18 and then 8/1. Dude, August. right.
Yeah. So while I was celebrating that John Sweeney fight all week, I had to go out of town. So Monday, fucking boss calls me at the construction company. He's like, yo, I've been sending everybody out of town but you so you can train. I need you to go out of town this week. Mm-hmm. So I went out of town that week, and I was celebrating the win from beating John Sweeney's ass by myself, just drinking at the Mexican restaurant, fucking eating good food, you know what I mean? Going to the hotel, waking up, going to work. And then I get back home Friday. I go to the gym Saturday, and I get the call. They're like, hey, Cody, we're going to give you a 4-fight contract to the UFC. You know, how do you feel? I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Like, dream come true. Yeah, your fight's next weekend. Do you want it? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? That's literally what I did. And then all I could think about was all that fucking Mexican food and all that tequila shots and all those margaritas I drank. Yeah. You know? Dude, so then I fucking ended up taking it and getting a draw with Chris Gutierrez on 6-day notice, up a weight class.
Dude, that's wild. And we've seen how good Chris is. He's a scary dude. What he did to Frankie Edgar was just wrong. but yeah, that's so. Did you pull from, like, when you took that that tournament thing, that 3-fight tournament, when you got the call from the UFC? Did you just go right back to that? Hey, say, hey, that worked out, so I'm going for this.
Oh yeah, dude. If you look at my career, dude, I always take short notice fights. I always take fights. Man, I'm just fearless. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Fearless. I mean, I just enjoy fighting, and I took the boxing match, my first ever boxing match, against a Golden Gloves champion from Louisiana, and I never boxed before. Same thing, 2-day notice. They called me on Wednesday. I said, shit, you're gonna give me $1,500 to come box in Louisiana? All right, you know what I mean? So me and my wife drove Thursday night. It was a 9-hour drive all the way to Louisiana, and it fucking started snowing. Oh. So we get there, we fight Saturday night, when we get there Friday night, it was snowing, like literally had to sleep in the car for like a few hours so that we could actually move the car. And then we get to the hotel, and of course I didn't sell a fucking ticket. Nobody knew who I was. Mm-hmm. And I looked that motherfucker in the eye. I said, you think I drove 9 hours to fucking lose? You're wrong, buddy. And they fucking went nuts. You know what I mean? And then I got out there and I dominated them all 4 rounds. And was insane. You know what I mean?
It's kind of crazy when you hear people speak about, you're like, oh, he's just a grappler, he's this and that, and all you got to do is just check Tapology and say, wait, hold on a second here. It's kind of nuts, man. What do you say when people are like, oh, he's just one-dimensional, he just does this and that? What do you say to those people?
Watch my last fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go on YouTube, watch my boxing matches, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm still improving, and that's all I can do.
There you go. Well, it's interesting having you on here tonight because this fight is coming up this weekend. So happens to be at your weight class, and it's Kara France versus Albazi. And what's kind of weird about this fight over here is I made a prediction before when the year begun. I said I think Albazi could be a champion. I think this guy's very scary at your weight class over here. He's got a tough fight with Kara France, but if he wins this, he's like in play. What do you guys think about this matchup? Like, what do you think about what's going down Saturday?
Oh, I think it's a great fight, you know, and I'll definitely be tuned in. I think he could, I don't know if he's an underdog or not, or if he's the favorite, but I definitely think that he could win this fight.
Yeah, Albazi, I think he's probably the under, I would imagine. Hold on, let me check. I'm curious. I'll definitely throw some cash on him. I know you can't, but you want me to place a bet for you?
Not for me.
No, okay. But yeah, he's good. And Kara France is he's also very good as well. When you look at like a caliber fight like this, you know, high up in the rankings, you know, a lot on the line. Well, Albazi's 8, so if he wins, he'll be high up on the rankings. But what do you foam at the mouth? Do you like, let me see what these guys are about? Do you like download the information while you're watching this?
Yeah, I definitely watch, and you know, you can learn from other fighters as well. You know, so I definitely be tuned in and see what happens.
There you go. Is there anyone that you're super hungry for right now? I see, you know, you're making your call outs and stuff like that. Is there one person you're like, come on, let's go?
I don't really care, man. You know what I mean? It could be a ranked opponent. You know, I want a ranked opponent. It could be a not a ranked opponent, but I'll fucking walk the dog on O'Day Osborne.
Oh, dude.
That.
I would love to see that fight. That would be so fucking good, man. So
that little shit talking motherfucker. He's DMing me and saying all kind of shit. Dude, you fucking had a full fight camp and you couldn't beat Charles Johnson. Like, shut the fuck up. You know? And then he said, oh, I think Charles would beat Cody 9 out of 10 times, but he's been fighting too much. Man, if you don't shut your goddamn ugly ass up, that's the dumbest shit I heard in a long time.
Let me know in the chat. One's in the chat if you would love to see that fight. I'm pretty sure they would be pretty fired up. I saw O'Day's doing like his podcast and he's doing outside the UFC stuff as well. But you would love to be squared up against him, right?
No, next time I go to Vegas, I'm getting on that motherfucking podcast. I'm getting on that podcast telling him what a little bitch he is. I promise you. I already told him. I Instagrammed him I DM'd him on Instagram, told him I was fucking coming on that podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Yeah,
dude,
we definitely gonna be on that podcast talking shit."
That would be I haven't seen his podcast. I just know our friend Jordan Levitt and Chris Curtis have been on there, and you know, good for them for that. But I haven't really seen it. I would tune into that one though, with you and O'Day just barking.
Yeah.
Dude,
that motherfucker don't want verbal warfare with me. I promise you that. His fucking hairline looks like a Hot Wheels track, bro. Come on now.
Oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, man, you keep winning. You're the guy. Like, the UFC is hungry at flyweight for a guy like you to be there. Like, I feel like...
Dude, they're fucking boring. Like, most of them are fucking boring. Dude, just talk a little shit and just be yourself and say how you really feel. You know what I mean? Dude, I promise you, if you come on that podcast with me, you can carry the baby powder, because I'm going to be like, give me my baby powder. You going to give me that shit and I'm going to whop his ass.
Bro, I'm not far from Vegas. Just say the word. I'll be there.
You saw Cat Williams on fucking Friday. Give me my baby powder. That's exactly what I'm going to do to his ass.
So you're saying when you get the belt, you're not going to be playing with Legos and all that stuff like the current champion does?
Fuck no, bro. Listen, Chris, I eat pussy for breakfast, bro. Come on now. Stop playing with those fucking Legos.
Oh, my God. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, man, this is a weight class that Dana White not too long ago was saying, oh, I'm going to do away with it. And, you know, now it's more interesting now, you know, with you guys like you in there. But I feel like out of the whole weight class, and maybe I'm a little biased, you're the most interesting. Like, seriously, especially on the mic, man. Dude, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, who wouldn't want to watch you with the belt over your shoulder running around, running your mouth, man? That's the way.
Just me, man. This is what you get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a humble guy. I have sympathy. I have heart. You know what I mean? I'm a father, a husband, and I like to have fucking fun. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I want to know about your social media because I know Ali Abdelaziz usually handles a lot of the guys' social and stuff like that.
Man, he don't handle my shit.
Nothing, right?
That's fake, bro. He don't handle anybody's. That's all observed. You know what I mean? Maybe the guys that can't speak a lick of English, I don't fucking know, that are over in fucking Dagestan, or not Dagestan, but in fucking Kazakhstan that don't have anybody that speak English. I don't fucking know, but he don't fucking handle mine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do a good enough job on your own. It's definitely go follow Cody Durden, please. So, you know, actually, moving over, so Islam Makhachev, I'm assuming a guy like him, he's not controlling his social. When I see him talking shit, I feel like that's not him.
No.
Okay. That's all. Okay. So what about Kamaru Usman? You know, there's a big story running around of him and Khamzat Chimaev might fight. Like, I don't like this catchweight stuff. I would love to see welterweight. I noticed Dana said the same thing. But what do you think about a matchup like that? Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman.
Banger.
Right?
Banger. Yeah. A lot of people think that Usman's done, man, but I think that's a banger, you know? Solid takedown defense, you know? Yeah, he got taken down his last fight, but really, look at his stats. So,
yeah,
I think it's a good fight, though, you know? And man, I'm interested in seeing Chimaev fight. You know, he's a great fighter.
Yeah, I think it makes all the sense. The fact that Kamaru is entertaining this makes me even love him more. Like, I'm bummed. I wanted to see Kamaru beat Leon. I'm a little biased. But, you know, him saying, okay, give me Khamzat is, like, incredibly dangerous. But it's fascinating because Kamaru Usman just loses the belt. Khamzat Chimaev kind of got humbled a little bit with Gilbert Burns, right? So these two at this stage of the game is just the perfect fan matchup here. I mean, who wouldn't want to see this?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a good one. Hey, hold on a second though. I gotta go fucking plug this shit in.
Okay. Yeah, take your time. By the way, live in the chat, how you doing? We got Cody Durden here. We're talking about a little UFC. We're talking about what's going on in his world. I mean, he's on top of the world. He's doing fantastic. He's on a multi-fight win streak, and he's just calling everyone out. If you have any questions in the chat, let me know. We also have Casey Jones. Casey Jones has, did you? Oh, he re-upped his membership. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Casey Jones also, it looks like you gifted a membership as well. Look at you. Look at Casey Jones. The man. I'll get to your question, Clipper. I see you. If you got any questions, hit the super chat as well. I'll make sure to get that in here.
Super chat.
Oh, here we go. Here's a question here.
Cody, what you think about YouTuber Jesse on fire saying it okay to groom kids as long as you stay in a relationship with a kid into adulthood? Go him for us.
Wait. Start that shit over. What the fuck did she say?
So someone sent an alert. Here, I'm going to replay this because they actually slipped through my radar. He caught me off guard here. He's talking about another YouTube creator. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy, but here, let me play it again for you.
Let's go, champ.
Oh, that's not it. Thank you. That's not it.
Let's go, Johnny Smith. That's what I'm talking about.
He's a new champion. Someone gifted a membership over there. Here we go. Here's the Clipper coming in.
Super chat.
Okay, this is what he has to say. Oh, wait, what the hell? All right, anyway, he says, Cody, what do you think about YouTuber Jesse on Fire saying it's okay to groom kids as long as you stay in a relationship with the kid into adulthood? KO him for us.
Dude, that is the fucking craziest question I ever got in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a little weird. He's a little weird, but we love him. Anyway, this guy, he's obsessed with this YouTube channel, and he's calling him a groomer and whatever. Thank you, Clipper, for the donation. I appreciate that. So, who do you think wins in the fight, Khamzat Chimaev or Kamaru Usman? Like early prediction, who would you pick in that fight?
I'm going with Usman.
Usman. Okay, there you go. So you're staying with the team. Okay. And what did you think about the Jorge Masvidal versus Gilbert Burns fight? That whole farewell for Jorge that was kind of weird, man. Like it seemed like, he just wasn't there, right, George?
I mean, I felt like, look, man, Father Time catches up with all of us. You know what I mean? And I feel like Gilbert had enough wrestling to nullify a lot of the striking, and he had a good game plan, and he followed the game plan, and he won.
There you go. Yeah, hey, Gilbert, man, what a beast. That guy comes in, he'll take any fight. It doesn't matter, and he's a sweetheart of a human being. Like he seems like such a cool dude, Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
definitely a cool guy.
Who would be a guy that you would say that you just love training with? Is there one specific person that you're like, hey, man, I'm in camp, you got to get in here? Is there a certain guy that you're always with?
Yeah, my one of my good training partners, Anthony Rivera, he wrestled at Edinburgh for 5 years. He wrestled 125. He's a MMA fighter. He started with me in 2018, and motherfucker shows up every day. You know what I mean? So it's a good partner for me. Amazing wrestler. His hands have gotten so much better. And his name's Anthony Rivera.
Anthony Rivera. Okay. What's his social? Have the chat follow him. Do you know off the top of your head?
I think it's Romadeo. I don't know.
All right, fuck him. Anyway, what do you think about the Tyson Fury and back and forth with Ngannou leaving the UFC, Dana White going back and forth? There's a lot of drama going on in the UFC and boxing and Ngannou. What do you think? Do you pay attention to any of that nonsense?
Yeah, I mean, I think John Jones, if he can get Tyson Fury in the MMA cage, it's going to be a short night, but if John Jones goes into the boxing ring, it's going to be a fucking short night for him. The same thing with Ngannou.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get Tyson Fury in that PFL cage, I think Francis fucks him up. But if Tyson gets Francis in that boxing ring, it's going to be a horrible night for Francis.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that's the case, right? You put him in the octagon, it's a whole different story. But in a boxing ring, it's a whole different game, right? They're training for one piece of the combat, and they know what they're doing. Like guys like Tyson Fury seriously know what they're doing. But Francis Ngannou moving to PFL, what do you think about that move? Do you think that was smart?
I don't really know. I don't know the details of the contract or
how it goes, but according to Dana, he's not fighting for another 18 months and he's getting paid. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty smart, getting paid and you're not even fighting.
Yeah.
So.
And I got one last question from me. Have you paid attention to the craziness of bare knuckle?
What are you referring to?
Like Luke Rockhold versus Mike Perry. Did you watch that?
So I saw Mike Perry knocked him out. Yeah, or he gave up or some shit. Yeah,
he broke his face. Like it's kind of shocking. Like Luke Rockhold's a big, I mean, this guy, a UFC champion, Strikeforce champion. I understand it's a different game, but Mike Perry going in there and stopping him, making him quit, is wild for me to think about.
Dude, I think we talked about this last time. Mike Perry's performance since stepping in that bare knuckle ring and not under the USADA program has skyrocketed.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that he might be on the sauce?
I mean, his endurance, his cardio, his aggression, everything has skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying he's on anything, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. I see. I get you. Well, I gotta be honest with you.
I mean, shit, I get tested all the time. I got tested 4 days ago. You know what I mean? I got tested 3 weeks ago. I've had like over 25 tests. I mean, guys that aren't getting tested, it's so easy to take something and be 20% better than you already are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And if people don't think this sport's still dirty, it's fucking dirty.
Yeah, it's weird. Before people were popping left and right with USADA. Like everyone was getting getting suspended and this and that, and all of a sudden, all the big names, no one's getting suspended anymore. Do you think that they're looking the other way with some fighters?
I mean, no, absolutely not.
Okay.
Hell to the no. They're not looking the other way. But I'll tell you one thing. You know, look at all those PFL fighters that went to Nevada. 8 of them. You know, or 8 or 9. That shit's ridiculous. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit's a real game changer.
When you're done with the UFC, and say, would you entertain anything else, and would you get on some sauce for the hell of it, get all roided up?
No, dude, I've been clean my whole career, and there's really no point, you know. After the UFC, bro, I'll probably be done, you know. So that's why my main goal has been to set myself up now, because I can't fight forever.
Yeah.
So I want to be set up, you know, with a passive income, real estate, whatever it might be, a gym, and move on from there.
Have you dabbled into the real estate market yet?
No. Me and my wife we've came up with business plans and talked about. It's been all talk right now, but
okay.
You know, we're getting closer and closer with every fight I win.
Good for you, man. That's the way. I totally agree that is the way. Like, that's the only way that you know.
Hey, let me tell you something, Chris.
Yeah.
Why do these motherfuckers always talk shit about me? I got an 850 credit score.
850? Look at you.
And I got a Camaro and a fucking jacked up truck sitting in the driveway. That's worth both of them worth about $100,000. So don't talk shit about me. You know what I mean?
What's your prized possession right now? Besides your wife, of course. What would be the materialistic thing that you're just most proud of post UFC?
Post UFC, I'm not a big spender like that. So if I told you, you'd probably laugh at me.
Well, I'm not a big spender either.
I bought a 10x16 barn to put in my backyard, and I'm ecstatic about that. You know what I mean? That's how fucking like simple I am. You know what I mean? I get to have a barn to put my boat in, my fucking son, my daughter, and my son's 4-wheeler in. Like, I'm simple. You know what I mean? So it's like fucking ecstatic about that.
That's it, man. That's the best way to live. I see you're hunting turkeys and stuff like that. What was the latest thing you killed?
Yeah. So I shot a turkey, but it's not just like any turkeys. So turkeys, they go by spurs and they go by beard length.
Okay.
And that turkey I killed had 1 3/4 inch spurs, and ranked number 3 or 4 in the whole state of Georgia.
Yeah, that's a big turkey. Jesus. Would you get that thing with a gun or an arrow? Would you get the thing with?
Yeah, right there, that shotgun right there.
Okay, I didn't see it. Hold on. It's just a shotgun there.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
It was against the tree. It was a 20 gauge.
Oh, okay. All right. And the bird, did the bird like look at you and say, "Hey man, I'm just passing by"? What happened here? What was the exchange like?
Chris, you didn't see the video on YouTube?
No, I didn't. Where was this video?
I've been UFC fighter Cody Durden.
Okay.
Turkey hunting.
Wait.
And it's got like 9,000 views, and it's fucking badass, bro.
Wait, do you have a YouTube channel? Is this your YouTube channel?
No, it's that dude Jay Maxwell, my buddy, a friend of mine.
Okay.
He's got a outdoor channel or whatever, and we filmed it.
Okay, let's see. UFC. Oh, I found it here. You're right. UFC fighter. A UFC Cody Durden knocks out giant gobbler. Here it is. All right, I'm gonna go subscribe to your guys in the chat. Go check this guy. 4610 production. Are you gonna start a YouTube channel of your own?
Maybe, dude, but like, I don't fucking know how to edit videos. Like, I got all this content. I got GoPros. I got video cameras. I got all this stuff, but like, I need the knowledge in order to edit the videos. You know what I mean? So
I gotcha.
I'm still searching for that guy to fucking teach me how to do this. You know what I mean?
Listen, if you want, I mean, I got phone apps that are super simple to edit stuff, and I also know the computer side of things too as well. So if you want me to hit you up with some of the apps that you could use to make it real easy to chop it up, I can show you how to do that if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Or somebody I could just like pay them to make this video and send them my fucking SD cards.
That's better. You're a UFC fighter, for God's sakes. Why should you be doing this?
Yeah, I got other shit to do.
That's right. Well, if anyone in the chat knows how to do this, slide into his DMs and who knows, maybe you got someone that can do this stuff for you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with your personality, your channel will blow up very quick.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, I do a lot of crazy shit. Like 2 weeks ago, I was hanging out with Kirby Smart. Do you know who that is?
No.
The University of Georgia football coach.
Okay.
You ever heard of UGA, the national champions?
Yes.
Got drunk as shit with Kirby Smart. Like, had a great time. You know what I mean? Then hung out with Jason Aldean. You know who that is?
No.
The country music star, Jason Aldean.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a country fan. I'm sorry. I should be.
Man, bro, he's fucking super famous. Like,
really?
One of the best country music stars there is, Jason Aldean. I'm hanging out with this guy, and then Ryan Kolesko, the first baseman, the 1996 Braves. He won the World Series championship. Fucking one of my good buddies. We're hanging out, fucking bullshitting. I mean, just I swear my life is a movie, bro. Like,
that's fucking cool.
In the hunting community, shooting the number 3 ranked turkey, 3 or 4 ranked turkey in the whole state of Georgia is fucking huge. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And who am I? I'm just a fucking shooter. You know what I mean? I'm just the UFC fighter. So
that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, you already have a really cool job, and then outside the job, you're hanging out with these celebrities. You're killing the biggest birds out there. What don't you do?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I just, you know.
What are you bad at? What would you say is your worst quality? Like something that don't ask me to do this.
My worst quality.
Yeah.
Probably anything that's tedious.
Tedious.
That makes sense.
So I mean, I feel like working out's tedious.
No, like Legos or a puzzle or anything tedious. You know what I mean? Yes. That you have to be patient as hell with.
Okay.
Man, fuck this. Let's go fucking shoot some shit.
You don't seem like the type of guy that's going like cosplay and going to Star Wars conventions and stuff like that. Do you do that kind of stuff?
I mean, I wouldn't mind going, but like, I'm not gonna fucking show up on a weekday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about WWE? You have a family and everything like that. Do you partake in that stuff? WWE, the wrestling world?
No, not since the Attitude Era.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I don't watch it no more.
What do you think?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. In the 1990s, the Attitude Era, that shit was the bomb.
Back in the day, I feel like an old fuck saying it, but yeah, back in the day, it was very interesting and fun. And now I just look at grown people watching WWE, and nothing against it, whatever you like, right? I feel like they're idiots. I don't know.
Well, like they can't even fucking go into the crowd anymore because of insurance purposes. I remember when The Rock and Stone Cold would be beating the shit out of each other. Going up the stairway in the crowd and then going in the back parking lot. It's just like too many people get offended with the shit that they used to do, so they can't do it anymore. It's like, what the fuck is the world coming to?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Everything I say and do is just like, it's just fun. You know what I mean? Like humorous. Like, don't be such a little fucking snowflake.
Yeah. That's the problem. Everyone wants to cry about something. Everyone wants to be a victim. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly. People should be killing turkeys, right? Hanging out with celebrities and beating up people in the cage, for God's sakes. Right?
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
You know what people should be doing? They should be fucking enjoying their lives, Working hard every day, fucking waking up, doing the best that you can, and fucking being happy, you know, and staying positive. That's what they should be doing, because my life's not all sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean? I have things, I have stress and adversity I have to overcome. You just gotta fucking stay positive. At least that's what I try to do, you know?
That's the best piece of advice you can give to anyone, right? To remove all that negative energy, positive energy, and surround yourself with positive people too, right? I mean, I think that's very important as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's good stuff. We got one more thing here from D-Man DIAZ. Let's see what he's got.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Man, fuck this dude, man. I'll whip his ass, boy. See me in the bare knuckle ring, yeah.
I think this guy wants to fight you.
Dude, that motherfucker, he paid $2 to say that shit.
Yeah, that was pretty cheap, right? He could have spent more than that.
Yeah, dude, you cheap ass.
Do you get that a lot where people are like, oh, you're a UFC fighter, I want to fight you? Do you get a lot of that nonsense?
All kind of shit, dude. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't you have a fucking life? You know what I mean? That's something cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look.
What's the weirdest? All right, this is it because I kept you on way long, and I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. But what is the weirdest thing a fan's ever requested of you?
Man, just like feet pictures or some just like off the wall shit. You know what I mean? Like naked pictures, all kind of shit, dude. It's just.
See,
I get a lot of people that want a lot of shit from me all the time. It's just like half the shit I don't even fucking reply to. But you know, I never ever, and it's just the type of person I am. I never reply to hate shit. You know, talking shit. Like I don't talk shit with fans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk shit with other MMA fighters except the ones that are in my division. You know what I mean? I don't feel no need to, you know. But if you're in my division and you know you're a prospect or you're someone that I could potentially fight, if you're talking shit, I'll respond back, or I'll just talk shit to you. You know what I mean? But as far as like fans, I just fucking next.
Smart way to think. Yeah, you see, like Aljamain Sterling was speaking about him before. It seems like he just battles with the fans so much. It's like, what are you getting out of that?
Yeah, I never do that, ever. Like, I'll respond back to positive shit,
mm-hmm.
you know, but I don't respond back to hate shit, so.
Smart man. Well, Cody, listen, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. I appreciate it. You've taken some time out of your busy schedule. You know, you could be laying with your beautiful wife right now, but you're hanging out with an ugly man with a beard. I appreciate that.
I know. I could be balls deep right now, and I'm hanging out with your ugly ass.
And the dick pics that sent to you, is that Ben Davis sending those dick pics or no?
No, I think they were a little too big, so it might have not been him.
Okay, we're familiar with Ben. All right, thank you, Cody. Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you coming back on. If there's any sponsors or anything like that, or if you want to talk some shit right now, now's the time to do it.
Hey, listen, I don't promote fights. I pick fights. I'm a bad man like John Jones, and I sound like Sean Combs, and I got trombone-sized stones like John Holmes.
Let's go. Cody, thanks for stopping by, man. Talk to you soon, okay?
All right, see you, man.
Be good. There he is, Cody Durden, coming on the stream. The best. The fucking what just happened? What the fuck just happened there, man? What just happened? I'm telling you, if this guy is the flyweight champ, dude, he is the answer. He's the answer to that weight class, man. He is the answer to that weight class. I may be biased, but tell me a guy right now in the chat that is more interesting at flyweight than Cody Durden. I'll wait. Who is a guy that you'd say, no, I'd rather this person as a champion? And listen, we have a champion that is a very nice guy right now, has the Mexican pride. He's a very fun fighter to watch, but when he gets on the mic, he's talking about Legos. Tell me right now, at flyweight, who's the guy? His name is Cody Durden, man. And we do have a very interesting flyweight fight happening this weekend between Kara France and Albazi. That should answer some questions. If Albazi wins, he's one step closer to being the champ. Brandon Moreno. Bro, that guy gets on the mic. He's like, hi. I mean, you don't even understand what he's saying. He seems like a nice guy. But I got to be honest with you. Have you ever sat through a Brandon Moreno interview? I could honestly say never. I have never sat through one. I get 5 seconds in and I'm like, yeah, this guy, he's a fun guy to watch. I'll watch him in the cage. Can't listen to him on the mic. Cody gets on the mic. He knows what's up. DJ, all right, Cejudo, you could sit, but he's not in flyweight right now, right? He's a bantamweight. Dotson, you mean to tell me, John Dotson, who's a very nice guy, you'd rather listen to Dotson on the mic than Cody Durden? Get the fuck out of here. DJ, they traded him for Ben Askren because he was terrible on the mic. One of the greatest fighters to ever step foot inside the octagon. They got him out of there. So DJ's the wrong end. Umar! Dude, Umar, very talented fighter, but I would listen to Cody way over Umar Nurmagomedov. Umar, my ass. Thank you guys for the donations. Appreciate it. And thank you guys for the likes as well. If you missed the Cody Durden interview, run it back. Run it back, baby. Let me know in the comments section down below. We're going to be live again on Friday for Fuqua Friday. We're also going to be doing we have a registry. We're having another baby. So we're going to do like a bonus live stream at some point where we'll open up the gifts that you guys sent. You guys have sent a lot of gifts. Also, thank you so much. The new design that dropped on our store, I mean, you're buying it. And I dig that. If you guys have not got a chance to get this design yet, limited time for 15% off. Okay? 15% off. 15% off. We got the link on our community section. We got the mouse pad, the mug. We got it all over here. Check it out. The MMA-Holes, established 2016. The Dragon design, the dojo, has dropped on the store. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. Thank you, Cody Durden, for coming on. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by the stream. I appreciate your company, as always. And don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.